So we've also got another simulator game that I might play in a little bit as well. Tobacco Shop Simulator. All right, let's see. What are we doing here? Water cool. Time for another water cooling tutorial. We love to see it. All right, so we're water cooling the motherboards. Translation, we gotta take everything out, basically. All right. Every time I misclick and I have to go in to clean it, like it doesn't let you back out. You have to clean it. All right, we should. No, there's still wires connected. Changing the motherboard, definitely the most labor-intensive task of anything to do with building a PC. Motherboard, let's water cool you. Okay, remove the screws. Remove the VRAM cover. Insert his chip. Do I like building your PC? Of course. That X build was very fun. We had a lot of fun with that yesterday. Okay, so it was this one we're using. There we go. Left click the completed motherboard. Perfect. Now, memory. I've got 4 of these to put back in, so I'm just gonna save myself some time here and open all the bloody clips. I'm guessing it's telling me to do the memory next because it's probably a case that the CPU cooler is going to block the memory slot. Okay, now we go to the custom water cooling. We go to our pump reservoir. Where do you want me to put this? That's a big reservoir. That's what she said. Our radiator. Okay, we're gonna put that over here. Piping. Let's go blue this time. It's so satisfying watching the coolant run through the pipes. You want to see the water cool PC we made last night, MB? That thing was wow. Pretty broken, not gonna lie. Alright, let's put your graphics card back in. Yeah, no, everything's good. Okay. It's the same CPU. We didn't change the CPU, so it should still have its operating system. Lovely. Perfect. Water cooling complete. We have 23 grand. All right, so that's going to be delivered tomorrow. Let's build a PC. Okay, I'm going to minimize that for now. Let's decide on the motherboard that we want first of all. Water coolable. Hmm. Let me have a look at chips. I've seen Coffee Lake, LGA 1700s, and AMD 4. So on them, but the price doesn't necessarily. Yeah, this thing has 14 cores in it. And it's a 1700 slot, so we'll go with that. It was the LGA 1700, wasn't it? We'll get this. It is water coolable Asus TUF Z690. So that's the block I need. I need a LGA 1700 Alpha Cool block. It annoys me they don't have it in purple. Let's get an RGB one that's compatible. These aren't compatible with 1700s. So it's only these that are compatible. Okay, we'll go with this one. We're gonna need a pump reservoir. Radiator is gonna depend on the case. Starts the 10th. Yeah, it's this weekend. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to cover it though. I actually have a little Reaper here for a few days, so we'll see. But she'll probably want to play around on my PC and stuff like that. So I'm making my own motherboards. Mm, I could just get a block for a regular GPU. Let's go back to the shop. Graphics card. 11 gigabytes of VRAM is ridiculous. $16 gigabyte VRAM. I should probably have set this to water coolable as well, because if it's water coolable, we'll be able to see. That's the most expensive one that's water coolable, the ASUS ROG. Sorry, the one with the highest frequency, I should say. Asus ROG Strix. That's the RTX 2060. Which one did I put into the basket? RTX 2060. So that's the one I need. Okay, let me go back to the regular shop here. I've got a CPU, I have a CPU block for it. I've got the motherboard, and I've got the motherboard block. Got my graphics card, got the graphics card block. Also got the pump reservoir. Haven't bought a radiator yet because I need to check the case that I'm going to buy first. So with that in mind, it's going to be liquid cooled, so we don't need a CPU cooler. We want memory, and we have heat sinks and all, so we can make it into proper RAM. My motherboard can only take DDR4 if I remember correctly. And the maximum RAM speed is 5300 megahertz. Okay. Water coolable first of all. 32 gigabyte RAM sticks. DDR4 with RGB lighting. And if the maximum frequency is 5300, then we'll go to about there. That should do 3600 RAM. Buy. Storage. Okay, so at what point do you bring the other things back in? The SSDs. This might be a good time to go by price. 1000 gigs, 900 megabyte speed. We get one of those. Man, they're so it's like 1000 watts is ridiculous. Okay. Let's see what we have in the way of case fans that have RGB on them. Oh, these look cool. They're 140 mils though. Do they have these in 120? These seem to be the best option. All right, we need a case. My motherboard size is SATX. My power supply is SATX as well, or STX, whatever it's called. What length is my power supply? 100 millimeters, so it's fine. Plenty of room to fit the power supply. I mean, we got a full tower anyway. Maybe a mid tower? Radiator size 120 or 140. I'm tired of all these towers that won't let me put a big radiator in. I'm pretty sure I still own a big radiator, so radiator size, yeah, yeah. Full 360. Motherboard type, it'll take an SATK. Let's go with the Lian Li. Okay, so CPU, motherboard, graphics card, memory, SD for storage. We got our power supply, got our fans, got our case. We have our own custom cables. Let's buy this shit for same day delivery. And we go to the custom water cooling. And in here we have CPU VRAM water block, alpha cool block for the CPU itself. That's for the motherboard. We got our reservoir. We've got this. Yo, Zexar coming in with the gifted sub to MB. Let's go. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Well, in honor of that, we're calling this the Zexar 10,000 or something like that. How about that? It's about to be a big build. We got big ass water PC. Got to cool all the parts and shit myself. Okay, we start with the motherboard. CPU and VRAM. Take out those screws, please. We must insert our core. Now, even though it's an i5, it has 14 cores, and the best i9 I have only has like 8. So I wanted to give this one a go and see what the crack was. Alright, on goes the water block. And then we take the motherboard. Perfect. Memory next. These guys. Combine 4 sticks, please. You're missing the following component required to kill memory RAM. Oh, I forgot to get a memory block. Well, that's okay. We'll get better at this. We will. Memory block. We need the ×4 one. You know, I'm going to get a few of these because I have thermal heat sinks, so may as well stock up on this. Buy now. And that way we make the most of our extra $100. Yeah. Now tell me I can't do it. Watch it tell me I can't do it. I love how we just break the RAM first. Video paused. Refresh. Question mark. Is it paused on my end? That's weird. Your screen was paused. I've done that before too, dude. You're not the only one. Ah, I keep missing one. I'm trying to go too fast. It's actually slowing me down more. All right, there we go. We got the pads back down. Now we put the RAM slots back in. Not going to put the cases back on though. We're going to put this heat sink on top just like so. And then we're going to put the water block on top just like so. And there we go. Our RAM is rigged up and ready to be water cooled. How about we do the graphics card too? All right, first things first. We need to remove the old thermal pads. Boom, 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 boom. Add the new ones. See, graphics cards are easy. It's only 6 on them. Use cotton buds, and we're going to clean off the old thermal paste. Now we need to apply more thermal paste. Yeah. Select the GPU and choose the block, just like so. And then screw it in. Boom, 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 boom. Just like that, we're good to go. I never bought a radiator. I is stupid. And we're specifically going for the biggest one that we can. You don't have RGB lighting though. That's not fun. Like if I go RGB lighting and I come down a little bit, will you give me... Ah, that's not fun. I want RGB fans on it. Can I remove fans from a radiator, I wonder? Oh, that's price range. Oh, I'm a donut. How do I clear these? There we go. You're genuinely the only one that's RGB. That's bull. Fine then, no lighting effects, I guess, because I want the big one. And it's already in the basket. I don't know why I put a second one in there. Wait, don't I already have one in my inventory? Didn't I already have a big radiator in my inventory and we couldn't use it? Okay, first time I've ever had to remove the top to take off the side. That's interesting. Oh god, no. Alright, let's put this bad boy in here. Should probably go with the radiator next. Oh, I don't have a radiator. God damn it. Okay, fine. Now tell me I don't have a radiator. Okay, so I have to remove that top panel then. At least it's in the top of the case and I can put RGB everywhere else, so it's fine. If that's in the back of the case, it being the way it lights. Can I put fans on there? Wait, am I missing something here? Huh? Wait. I'm confusing myself now. Why is it not letting me put the CPU block on? Oh, because it's got a reservoir for it instead. Oh, okay, so I didn't need the CPU block. Fair enough. I didn't check the last box. What you mean? Let me just check something here. Yeah, no, this has a reservoir itself, so it doesn't need... Yeah, that's fine. I do need to install the actual reservoir. But I'm not liking the location for the reservoir, if that makes sense. I also want to see where I'm putting the fans. See, fans go on the back wall. I could fit one here. Can I put fans on this? I can. Okay. That's fine. Then if I can put fans here and one on the bottom, that's actually fine by me. And then I'll put the pump reservoir up the top there. Okay, but it won't let me close this now. So does this have to be closed and then I put the fans on? Ah. I should probably put the dust filter back in, or at least check to see if it's going to be blocked going back in before I go any further. Yeah, no, that's fine. We can put the dust filter back on the bottom. And we take our reservoir. I'm gonna install that right up here. Oh, you want to be on the bottom. Okay. If you want to be on the bottom, we'll put you on the bottom. But we're not done with the fans. We're putting another fan back in. Yeah, I know I could still get a fan in up there. Now let's remove two of these. We put in our water-cooled GPU. Oh, I need to remove one more. Okay. Maybe I didn't need to remove one more. These are bigger covers, that's why. Huh? That's just strange to me. Whatever. Is this supposed to like help support the GPU or something? Anyway, I was just trying to put the little side panel back on, but it doesn't seem to want to go back on. Whatever. Alright, where are we? We've got our motherboard in, the CPU is in, reservoirs in, graphics card is in, fans are in, power supply unit. Memory's also done. Where's my power supply? And actually, I'm just looking at this now. Where am I gonna put the power supply? Okay, it does have a little crevice at the back for the power supply unit. I could have sworn I bought a power supply unit, did I not? Yeah, so how come you're not going in? You should support that, right? Let's try the ATX. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, that'll do the job then. Should all be hooked up and good to go by the tubing, but I need to change all the cables before I do tubing. Because I do not like the cables. Okay, let's zoom in here a bit so that we can see what we're doing. Remove those cables, those cables, those cables. Oh, I didn't mean to take that off. May as well pull them out as well, just to be sure. Okay. Install cables. Rainbow complete. Now for piping. Very dark build. What color coolant do we think, chat? Oh, I missed one of them. God damn it. So I need to remove this pipe because I forgot to go into the radiator and back out then. Let's go yellow this time. You know, black and yellow and all that. Water cooling just looks so cool. Alright, let's reinstall the parts that we removed. Dust filter was from up here. And the top panel. This is a brand new CPU, so we also need to put the operating system on it. What are we currently at? 5100 megahertz on the chip speed? I think that's fine. Cinebench. And of course, lighting. Alright, we're gonna try Port Royale. 22 frames on Port Royale. Not the worst, not the best. Our first water-cooled computer from yesterday, we couldn't even get this to run. Not bad, 5084. Let's see how we do on... Let's see how we do on our bench test. This is the one that we run all PCs on, so we've had every single PC, even the bad ones, run through this one. One of the first missions we have to do in this game is we have to upgrade a graphics card because they can only run this at 7 frames a second. And by the time we're finished with it, it can do 15 frames a second. .53 is not the best frame speed I've ever gotten. But we've only gotten better with non-water cooled PCs, which we have better parts for. We haven't unlocked the cooling blocks and stuff that we need to water cool the better parts. But damn, that CPU was getting the exact same frames per second that the GPU was. Holy crap. So that last test, the Bloom one, is to test the CPU. I think that's the best we've had for that. We normally lose a bit of frames of performance on the CPU test. .8988 is not bad. Alright, Cinebench. Let's see how you do. Noom. Does it render? I think it does. CPU is at 36 before the test starts. GPU, same. CPU is getting up there a bit. A 62 is not too concerning, though. Alright, lighting. Select all, preset 1, done. Luckily, I've already got the preset done, so we're good. Put this back in. Oh, dang it. I forgot that this panel was in my way at the start. First time I've ever had to put the side panel back on before the top. I do like that case though. It's very easy to build in. Plenty of room for everything. And it's got beautiful for the RGB. This does light up red, which is cool. Got our yellow coolant flowing through there. Let's put a theme on it. Trying to get a few different shades in there, you know? Kind of like old stained wood sort of effect. Now the real question, can I recreate it up here? Probably not. Let's go for the hard color over here. Whoop, whoop, up. And then go back to soft. And we start throwing in some of the yellows. Getting proper custom with this paint job. Woo! And of course, as always, our signature sticker. Damn, music stopped. Give me a second. Give me a second, chap. Apply on the glass for our signature stickers. The overclocker. Boom, 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 boom. And this one right there. A little bit smaller, I think. No, that's the rotate. There's the size. Beautiful. And as promised, this is going to be called the Zexar 10,000. Thanks for the gifted sub, buddy. Do you know why 10,000? Because it's over 9,000. To all my Dragon Ball Z fans out there, I hope you enjoy the reference. And it's going to be worth 10,000. 76% chance of getting 10 G's. Let's freaking go. Anyone want to build a PC? Who wants to build a PC? If you're brave enough, you can even do water cooled. Just remember, takes a lot of extra parts, a lot of extra cross-checking. So do you want it to be the Zexar 9000, or do you like the fact that it's over 9,000? You know what, now I think about it, the case kind of looks like it's going Super Saiyan mode. The Zexar 9000 it is. Okay. Let's do something different. Let's build the cheapest PC possible. Starting with the cheapest processor. Can we make the next case purple so it looks like Ultra Ego Mode? I don't know the reference, but sure. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do this. So we need the 1151 Skylake and the cheapest one possible for our motherboard. $100. Beautiful. I love it. Maximum RAM speed is going to be 2666. I don't care about that. I'm buying the cheapest thing possible. Literally the cheapest bloody thing I can get my hands on. Obviously this ain't going to do nothing for us. Just a generic backplate. That's the cheapest cooler. I mean, considering it's 15 either way. Oh, we need less airflow. Less airflow. That's the one we're going with. We're building the worst PC we possibly can. All right, memory. Sort by price, ascending, so we get the cheapest shit. Look at this. Look at this. This doesn't even have a cover on it. It's just the stick. I'll take 2. Cheapest graphics card going. I'll take it. Storage. I'll take it. Power supply. I'll take it. Cables. We'll still give it good cables. Case fans. I'll take it. And cheapest case we can find. I'll take it. Same day delivery. We are building a cheapskate machine right now. I think the total cost of this build is going to be less than like $500, which is going to be funny as hell. All right, this is going to be fun. Motherboard. Boom. I was about to say, please tell me you have room for RAM at least. CPU. Cheapest of the cheap. So far, we're in for $165. Tools, of course, we need to use our thermal paste. Yep, this is it. 35 CFM. It's the lowest CFM I could find. Let's not use thermal paste. It won't even switch on without thermal paste. Without the thermal paste, you just get the BDS. Or BSD, I should say. Blue screen of death. Alright. Memory. Look at this absolute bootleg memory that we're putting in this thing. I love it. It's literally just the stick with the pads, nothing else. To give it some hope of living, we are going to give it 8 gigabytes of RAM because 4 gigabytes of RAM is what you find in a fucking laptop. If you're lucky. Graphics card, cheapest thing on the block. It'd be funny if I like put the most expensive graphics card I had into this cheapskate machine. Storage, you're getting a 500 gigabyte storage. You're gonna have room for your OS and 1 game. And you'll like it. Yeah. Power supply, you're getting 250 watts, my man. 250. That's way more power than you need. Case fans, I bought you 1 extra fan. Where's my cheap ass fans? You can have as many of these cheap ass $10 fans as I can possibly fit in you, and that's it. Well, I'm trying to remove the front case panel, but the motherboard. It's about the only thing it's gonna have is good airflow. It's probably gonna need it, to be honest. Why don't you want to come out? Because of this cable. Well, that was just stupid. I had to remove the hard drive just so I could take the bloody fan off. These are one. Oh, it was a 120. Okay. No RGB for you. Dang, really? What kind of specs you running, Summit? No, no, don't sell it. We're putting it back in. Eh. So what you're telling me is there's no point in even having this fan. Okay, perfect. I'll take you out. So you get an extra fan and that's it. This is the cheapest build I could possibly have made. Quite literally, the cheapest of the cheap. Ooh. The RAM's your problem, mate. You need at least another 8 gigs of RAM. Like gaming nowadays, you do want about 16 gigs for handling everything that's being thrown at us nowadays. I forgot something. I bet you nothing here can be overclocked. Can I overclock the RAM? Yeah! To nothing extra, it just stays the exact same. But we're doing it anyway. Yeah, Summit, there might be time to look into an upgrade, man. Try a AMD build. They're usually cheaper than Intel. Although lately pricing has been all over the place for parts. You're able to play it nevertheless, yeah, but I'd say hosting a server wouldn't be possible for you, so you wouldn't be able to have people come in and play with you, I wouldn't say. Okay, guys, it's time for the fun part now. Let's see how long it takes this piece of shit. We have deliberately built the cheapest thing that we can possibly build in this game. cheapest case, cheapest motherboard, cheapest CPU that fits the mother. So we started with cheapest CPU, then went with the cheapest motherboard that would fit that CPU, and then went the cheapest on everything else. It's got the worst cooler, the worst graphics card, the worst everything, and we're about to try 3D benchmark this. I'm worried this may make my PC blow up in real life. Well, this is our easiest test to run. We get 7 frames a second. Again, Zexar, you made this argument yesterday, but my processor is AMD Ryzen 5 and my graphics card is NVIDIA GeForce. And they work fine together. Wow, this is amazing. And on the CPU test, it gets 2.9 frames a second. This is beautiful. Let's check out the thermal app, shall we? That's something we haven't done in a while. I can't remember the last time I thermal checked something. Hey, it's actually running pretty cool. Let's go. Let's see what happens when we stress test it. 1109, not bad. Okay, moment of truth though. Not bad, not bad. 3 fans seems to be doing a good job here. Until then, I'll play on low graphics settings. Probably for the best one. I mean, I get that. Look, I wouldn't even have a PC if it wasn't for the Twitch community that supported me and getting one, like, you know? All right, I'm happy with that. I know someone asked me to paint this purple, but considering I'm going to be naming it the shitbox, I'm painting it brown. Like, not even a light brown, a proper hard brown. Let's put a couple of chunks of corn or something in it, yeah? You know, sometimes you get those corny bits. There we go. This man had too much sweet corn for dinner last night. Perfect. It's still worth 700 bucks. The Pooper Scooper. 5,000. And I still want 900 bucks for it. Yeah! I'm getting nearly $1,000 for this piece of shit. It cost me like 300 bucks to build. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's go with most expensive parts again. Because we do have 17 grand we're sitting on, so why not? Shop. We're not going to water cool this one. We're just going to do a regular build here. So if I go by the most expensive processors, they are AMD Ryzen Threadripper 16 core 1950Xs. Now the build we made yesterday had a 9980XE in it. So let's use this. It's going to be a TR4 socket. Most expensive one we can get our hands on is this DDR4 3600 megahertz RAM. They're all that. Okay. This one's size is SATX. And I see 8 RAM slots on this. The most expensive cooler is still these. The size is 360 millimeter. That means I need a case that can take an STX. And the radiator size needs to be 360 millimeter. The Corsair Obsidian Series 1000D, we have built in that before. The X case. No, not again. Screw you and your goddamn X case. That thing gave me nightmares. Let's go with this. Case fans were good on. We got our motherboard, CPU cooler. We got all our power ups. Don't worry about that. Memory. So DDR4 3600 megahertz is the maximum it can be. So let's drop that to 3600. I have 4 of these already. If I get another 4, that'll bring me up to the 8 that I'm looking for. Graphics cards. We're actually going to buy 2 graphics cards. So we need one that says multi-GPU. This one says multi-GPU, and it's the most expensive, 11 gigabytes VRAM. We're going to do a double build here for this. Uh, 980 gig SSD. I wonder if I can install 2 of them. Just in case I can't, let's grab one of these as well. Power supply. We want modular. 1000 watt. Considering I'm going to be running 2 graphics cards, 1000 watts probably the way to go. Case fans we're good on. Okay, we've got our entire build. Same day delivery. This is going to be a $6,200 build. Also, screw you, music. This is the case. There's our parts. Beautiful. Oh yeah, look at all the extra room we have in here. It's gonna be beautiful. So many drive bays. Okay, we're gonna remove the PSU shroud first. And we're actually gonna install the PSU. Because then we can cover it back up and forget all about it. Perfect. Right, motherboard. Get your butt in there, thank you. We're going with the Threadripper in this guy. Oh, CPU clips. That's really weird. That's okay. This is an awkward ass one to put the CPU into. Open the clip, close the shield. Clips close automatically. Okay, that's better. And then close CPU shield. Thermal paste it. So much more surface area on the AMD chips. And yep, I'm seeing that correct. We have 8 slots for RAM here. You know we're filling them all, right? We're gonna need it. We're having 2 graphics cards running. This is gonna be a 15 grand build or something much. With the way the pricing works in this game, I'll be very surprised if it's less than that. You know, the little rivets on these look really nice with the motherboard as well. I like that. I wonder how much it would cost to build this in real life. This is 6 grand worth of parts. That's not including the 4 RAM sticks I already had. And they're 111 bucks each. So maybe 7 grand's worth of PC that we're putting together here now. We can't install yet. We need to remove these. I'm not sure how big these GPUs are. I just know that they're stackable. Put it through an inflation calculator. That won't be a bad idea, actually. Like, build the best PC that you possibly can in the game, and then compare it to the real life thing and see, like, price wise, what it's worth. All right, here we go. Graphics cards time. We're putting in 2 of these bad boys. Let's put the PCI covers back on that we don't need. What a banger. We're not done yet, Sly. We are not done yet, good sir. What's blocking you? No, the RAM. That's not fair. The RAM stick is what's gonna stop me. Uh, Fine, I'll take out 1 RAM stick. This was supposed to be a beast. Now it's just... Now it's just Scar. It's not Mufasa anymore. Like, why couldn't you just turn the block once, like, 90 degrees, and then the tubes would be at the top or the bottom? That's stupid. Alright, storage. So I don't know if there is a spot for 2 of these in here, but if there is, we'll find it. I probably covered it actually with the... I bet you I covered the extra slot with the graphics card, didn't I? If there is one. No, there's no other drive bay there. Okay. Reinstall USO. But that's okay, because the back panel might have something interesting for us. You never know. I think that might be a second slot. No, okay. Let's install this instead. Power supply we already did. Time to get fanny. You think you're fanny? I think I'm very fanny. Thank you for asking. Wait a second, I can do. Oh, oh, we're about to have a new RGB god. We're about to have a new RGB god, ladies and gentlemen. I knew it was double row. Two more back here. And I'm pretty sure there's space above that radiator for more fans, but it could just be for the dust filter. The RGB god is about to be dethroned, Slay. Big time. This would be a much better case for water cooling. I need to remember this case. Can you... I'm just curious. Can you, if I disconnect you here, can you now still attach there? Because I have all this space here. No, no, because all the wires are in the way, of course. Fine. We'll leave you there. And I think that's it. We don't even have to reinstall panels because they just close. I said close. I don't believe there's any cables left to hook up. So first thing we gotta do, close this up, install the... Seriously, there's so much getting blocked right now on the music. Let's install the USB. It hasn't sold yet. I haven't ended the day yet. Let's try going to 4200 megahertz. I'm just curious. All right, this thing has two graphics cards. We might look at the GPU tuner this time. It hasn't taught me how to use it yet. Oh, look at that. Wait, why are these fans not on? No! The motherboard ran out of space. Well, I'm not taking them back out. They can stay there. There is another option that we could just throw bigger fans in and use less fans. But that's more work than it's worth. All right, stress test. Hello. Well, guess we overclocked too far. All right, let's try this again. I mean, it should be fine for temperature. This thing has 8 intake fans and 4 output and 3 output fans on the radiator, so it should be fine. Like everything in that machine is just getting blasted with cold air right now. Let's try this again. Port Royale, run it. 57 frames a second is ridiculous speeds. You gonna go to dinner now? Where's MB? I'm gonna crack a monster. I'm gonna call this the GP2. Woohoo! That's the best score we've ever got on that one. What are we gonna get on this? We're getting 126 from 25 frames a second. Let's go! We beat our record. This is gonna be the best one we've ever done. I can't wait to sit and bench this and see how quickly it runs through it. Holy 120, like, Jesus Christ. Look at it run, it's so smooth. It's so beautiful. It's like butter. Okay, we dropped to 110 on the second test. But then we still keep 37 frames a second on this. So that tells me the CPU is worse on this than it is on the i9. With the i9 build, we got way more frames a second on the CPU. $17,000 is a ridiculous score. Okay, Cinebench. Run it. That's pretty damn fucking quick. Oh, ho, ho. Top score. Let's slap a theme on it. I can't be ours painting it. Yeah. Let me get the sticker. I'm gonna bang it on here. It does have 2 case panels, so bam. Let's see what we get for this bad boy, shall we? You can't sell a half-finished PC. What do you mean? This thing's complete. I booted it up. It was operational. Oh, the dust filter. It's nearly 10 grand without me naming it. Let's call this Stormy GP2. And I want 12,000 for it. All right. Time to find out if any of these sell. We still have 11 grand and we have like 30,000 worth of PCs sitting in the yoke right now. In the store. All right, we're going to learn to delid. No clue what that means, but we're going to learn to do it anyway. All right, you're not going to tell me how to delid? Huh? Ah. Must have to be over there that we do the delidding. Or is it a delidding workbench I need, actually? Now I think that's exactly what it is. There's a new workbench, isn't there? CPU delidding. There we go. So I need to take out the CPU to delid it. Got it. Delidding tool. Yay. This is interesting. Varnish? And silicone. Not enough applied. Not enough applied. Sufficient silicone applied, but I'm still going to keep going because it won't go outside the lines. This is the best square I've ever drawn in my life, everybody. Yeah. Little shit square there, you know. Now we add some liquid metal. So mercury? That's so weird. He literally just, why would you ever need to do that? Does it repair something or what? I'm missing the point of that. Ah, I forgot the thermal paste. Okay. No, don't open the... I didn't need to open that. Thermal paste. Beautiful. Now we put your cooler back in. Perfect. Can we power you up now, please? I have to take this one. No thanks. Unless it's mandatory, I ain't doing it. New parts available. Let's go. We love to see it. At the end of the day. Oh wait, this was a new day, so did we make any sales? We probably did. Let's go. We sold 2 of our 3 PCs. That's 10,000. And 900 bucks. That's the cheap one. The cheap one went. The Pooper Scooper 5,000 went. Interestingly enough, though, Zexar sold before the MB project did. Oh no, MB sold yesterday. Which one was left behind? Aw, Stormbreakers. The Storm GP2. I want that one to sell. Oh well. Well, we now have 22,000 we can spend. Should I add selling screen again? Sure. You sold for 10,000, good sir. Less Disappointed sold for 13,000. That's our best seller so far. Well, our highest profit. But yeah, we can go all the way back through our history here. We had Deathbox 1, then we had some unnamed ones. And then from here we started naming them again. We had Cheapskate 101. Cost me like $436 to make it. We sold it for $1,000. It was ridiculous. We made 129% profit on it. The God of RGB didn't get very far. I have a better idea. Who wants to try build a PC with a budget of no more than $1,000? Now that does not include the $100 I have to pay for next day delivery. But you can just have $1,000 to spend to make a PC. Zexar, you can do it if you want. You gifted a sub. If anyone deserves to have a budget, let's not even do 1,000 actually. 2,000. 2,000 to make a PC. I'm curious to see what you come up with. Let's do it under 600. Okay, so your checkout cannot say more than 600 before the next day delivery. So 700 total with next day delivery. Cannot be any higher than that. I'm going to sort these in ascending order for you. Yeah. I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. I'm being called. You want the second one, the ASRock B450M Steel Legend. Okay. That means your chip has to be an AM4. They're still sorted by cheapest going up. Second one, $65. Sure. Ryzen 3 going into this. All right, where do you want to go next? I'll be curious to see if you can come in under budget. You already got the motherboard. We have the motherboard and the chip. CPU cooling fan. Fans are pretty cheap. The Arctic 7X, the top right. Fair enough. Graphics card. We'll come back to your memory in a second. You're at $170 right now. I don't know if you can see what you're at in the top corner there. Cheapest graphics card is $90. The 1650 XC Ultra, which was where? Okay, that's gonna be 210. So you're over half your budget now. You got 120 bucks. Sorry, 220 bucks left to get your memory, your storage, your power supply, and your case. Now you have to have a storage for an operating system. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit just so you can see the next sets down. You can still see the stats on those ones though. Let's go, me. Oh, you want to go memory next? Okay. So let me just check your motherboard for you before we get connected in here. Maximum RAM speed is 3466, so you want to stay below 3400 basically for your RAM speed, and it has to be DDR4. Yeah, these 3200 megahertz ones, this sort of area, that's where you're looking to be. These are cheap enough though, like 14 bucks a stick. And then of course, tell me what size you want, and I can obviously filter by size. Right now it's showing everything, including 4 gigs. Your motherboard, I believe, has 4 slots. Go down, perfect. Eight gig size. The 3000 megahertz RAMs are all the same price, so it's basically just your choice of color, really. The $21 Corsair in the second row, the 8 gigabytes, yes. I'm assuming you want the 2800 megahertz one, not the 26 or 2400. How many? Just the one? Select two. Okay. All right, we've got everything from the top here. Graphics. We're down to storage. Storage. You have 178 bucks left to spend. Now, storage gets quite expensive as we start to go down. This is where we break the $100 range from this one on. So the 10 above it are below 100 bucks. SSD slash HHD. Yeah, that's what we're on. Yo, Zexar, do me a favor, refresh, buddy. I think you may have a delay. Want to know the worst thing about a GF? What? She never stays on fucking budget? They get you fucking sick? Yeah, that's true. And how are you, Reeps? Stabby Web? The man, the myth, the legend himself? I could low-key strangle her while she sleeps right now. That is fair. You're good, bar being sick? Yeah, sorry to hear you're not feeling well, brother. Zexar, where'd you go? It's like you tapped out on me. Come on. Top right. Got it. The $80 one. Okay. 256 gigabytes. Okay. Power supply. So the top row reads 250, 350, 650, 750. You want the 350 watt, okay. Yo, Reeps, you can build the next one, buddy. I'm just gonna have a smoke after we buy these. And then cables we have, they're not included in your budget because I have all PCs come with cables. So we need a case, and you have $58 left to spend. Why did you put yourself on a limit of $600, man? I said build a PC for 2,000. Just go with the cheapest case. I need the cheapest case that will fit your motherboard. Where's your motherboard? It's size micro ATX. This is gonna be fun. Okay, we'll take it. So at $587, this is your build. As I said, the next day delivery, the same day delivery does not count. I can't see shit right now. I'm squatting like a Chinese man reading English right now. You have me on your phone, don't you, Stab? Yeah, you came in a whole 12 bucks under. Let's see if it actually works out for you. Okay, I'm gonna go for a quick smoke before we build this. And then Stab, when I come back, you can build a PC if you like. We'll give you a $2,000 budget. $12 shipping. That's not what I wanted to put up. Yeah, well, let's put that one up. It hasn't been up in a while. And I have returned. And the music stopped. Of course it did. Of course it did. There we go. All right. Cheap build number 2. Let's go. Your CPU, good sir? Thermal paste. Oh, it has to be right back still. There we go. Yep, you're next, Sabby, don't worry. Your Arctic Freezer 7 installed. Two sticks of Corsair RAM. Oh, and I learned something today. It actually goes from this side to the other. So technically your RAM is supposed to be like this. There we go. Let's remove 2 of these. Your graphics card, good sir. Oh, we need 3 removed for this graphics card. Okay. You got a big boy. Beautiful. Your storage. Okay, sure. Sell it for 21,000 or 2,100. I don't think I could. Power supply. 350 watt. And you had no money left in your budget for fans. You did have 12 bucks left, so I can give you a $10 fan if you like. What do you think? We throw a fan in the front here for you? You do have 10 bucks left. Okay, fine. I'll do it at $17.99. Cable should all be done. Oh, I forgot to put an operating system on it. Yeah, I know. No operating system found. Shut up. I actually want to check this now because maybe there aren't cables that are done. Aha. Okay, now we should be fine. All right, Stab. All right. We're not going to stress test it. Otherwise, we'd be here for ages waiting. We're just going to throw it out on the stand. $17.99. It won't let me. 1500. Okay, 1500. We're gonna call this Long Shot Lucy. Perfect. All right, Stabby's turn. Max price available. That's close enough to the max price. All right, Stabby, you have 2,000. Where do you want to start? Go down the list. I suppose you should start with your motherboard or CPU. Like, this is just fans. So we'll start with your CPU, maybe. I'll sort them by price descending, if you like. You want to go to the motherboard first. Okay. The most expensive is 1,000. We can also filter here, if you want. MSI Med? Do you mean Meg? There's 4 MSI Megs. Which one? So we have the MSI Meg Godlike, which is 850. The Ace, which is 600. The 600 buck one. All right. So that means you have to have an LGA 1700 processor. Give me a second. These are available processors. 2 of them are 395 and the other one at the end is 325. The middle one? Okay. You're at $995, good sir. CPU cooling. And it has to be an LGA 1700. Hang on, hang on. We have to make sure it fits. Perfect. So we have fan coolers and radiator coolers, liquid coolers, whichever you like. If I sort it by price ascending, this is our cheapest one. Air cooler is pretty cheap. Liquid cooler is a little bit more expensive. This would be the cheapest liquid cooler at 87 bucks. The white one in the first row. Was that when it was sorted this way? This one, yeah. Perfect. Do you want to do memory next or graphics card? Graphics card is probably the last most expensive piece you're gonna have to pick up here. Now, I will sort these by ascending because graphics cards are expensive and you've got $795 left to play with. You still need to get memory, storage, power supply, and a case. Now, memory, storage, and power supply are not that expensive, and neither are the cases. This is probably the most expensive part of what's left of your budget. The RX 470, where was that? The gaming 8 GB one, 8 GB VRAM. It's the same price. Okay. Memory, 2 seconds. I need to check something for you. Your motherboard is DDR4. No, it's DDR5 for your RAM, and your maximum RAM speed is 7800 megahertz. Okay. So we need to change this to DDR5. And you can have any RAM sticks you like, good sir, but they have to be DDR5. So your cheapest are $77. It's XR, it's Stabby's build, leave me alone. Let the man cook. Get to the $77 ones? You got it, good sir. They're 16 gigs as well, so. All right, storage. You have $356 left. That should be plenty to get storage, power supply, a nice case, and a couple of extra case fans if you want them. And if you come in under budget, you can also upgrade something. A terabyte, you don't care which one. We'll go with the cheapest one then, the Mortoni Easy Store 1 TB. It's a hard drive, but it's not like you're actually going to have to listen to this thing in real life, so. All right, power supply. So we got 250 watt, 350 watt, 650 watt, 700 watt, 750 watt. Then we go to different types, which are like Adata, which are 450 watt. This is all about their length as well. You want a 600 watt power supply. There's no 600. We'll go with 650. Yeah. All right, your case. Now, I need to check a couple things here really quickly. The size of the motherboard is EATX. That should fit no matter what. This is 240 millimeters. And this is 140. Okay. So EATX. The power supply unit, whatever. A white one. This should fit anything I'm putting into it. You're still under by $116. So if you wanted to upgrade your GPU, you'd be able to get like a $500. These are the best ones that you could get, actually, if I remember correctly. You could upgrade your graphics card. Or case fans if you want. You want RGB fans, you want at least 3 of them. If you want at least 3, then we're going to go 120 millimeters, the best option to go with because they just fit every case. These are all the RGB 120s. Take your pick, good sir. They're all roughly about the same price. The highest one is 40, the lowest one is 16 bucks. Top row, fire ring. This one, yeah, no worries. 1, 2, 3. Can I have 2 more? That'd be 5. I don't know if I'll be able to fit them all in the case, though. Next day, the same day delivery doesn't count towards the price. Don't worry about that. All right, let's have a look. So this is our case, and here's our parts. All right, let's start with your motherboard. We install your CPU. About to say, what's going on there? Don't tell me about the wrong type of CPU. I checked the slot. We thermal paste it up. Won't put the cooler on just yet, though, because I want to put the RAM sticks in first, just in case the cooler blocks it. It doesn't need to run games, just jerk me. Oh, with 32 gigabytes of RAM, it should be fine to run games. And jerk me at the same time. All right, this was your fan that you went with. So we need to remove top layers here so that we can install it. There's cables in the way. We may have to move your fans around a bit to get this to work. Will you fit now? Okay, now it fits. We might be able to stick another fan in there. Make it fit. That's what she said. Alright, graphics card. Why are you trying to side mount this thing? I don't want to side mount this thing. Remove you altogether. That way I can't side mount you. There we go. Graphics card inserted. Done all that. Done that. Storage. Terabyte. Need to remove the back case, of course, because the hard drive bay is down there. While we have the back open, we'll also put in the power supply. Put the side panel back on. I want to try and install a fan for you at the top here, if I can. Oh, too big. Okay, but we can put your 3 RGB ones here. We're just going to take out the stock fan that's here in the case itself. And then we'll put your 3 RGB ones Ooh, the hard drive bay. Okay, okay, I guess we're only getting two. Hmm. Is the hard drive bay blocking it, or was it just that beauty panel? Because if it was just the beauty panel, no, it's the hard drive bay itself. Okay, leave it at two then. We'll put the beauty panel back in. Dust filter back onto the front. Front panel. Top panel. I did thermal paste that. Power supply units in. Cables are all connected. So let's power it up. Need to put an operating system on it, of course. Damn music again. Tools, USB drive. Power it up. Let's go to the BIOS. All right, we're gonna stress test this one. That took a while to boot. I mean, the liquid cooler and all is definitely going to be good enough for keeping it nice and cool while it's being stressed under load. I'm more concerned about this 3D Mark test and how long it's going to take. All right, we're getting 25 frames a second. Good enough for jerk me. Yeah, 20 frames a second. It usually only takes you, what, like 20 seconds anyway, so you only need like 400 frames total and you're done. Wow. Yeah, that's Skull's math right there. But you are getting 52 frames a second on CPU, which is pretty damn good. And Cinebench is running pretty smoothly, so it's not too bad. It's the graphics card that's holding this system back. But for the Cinebench test, it's got a top score, you know? So it renders things beautifully, but your graphics card is behind on 3D. All right, Stabby, now the fun part. Want to paint it? Want to paint it? Just be aware. Every PC that comes out of this shop comes with this sticker. Name it batter special. Sure. The bait or special. I know what you're going for there. That's why I said batter. Ah, I was gonna put it as the master bait or special ed. Listed at like 2,900. Stabby, look at the price already. We can up this. There's a 100% chance I'm gonna sell it for 3,261. We don't need a 100% chance. We only need like 70. I could probably get 4 grand for this thing. 3-3. $4,000 is 77. $62. Oh, I went too high. 4,750. 4,800. 4,850. There's a 51% chance it'll sell for that much. I'm kind of curious to see how long it takes. Now I'll put it as 4 grand even. How many have we got in store now? So we've got 3 builds in the shop right now. We got this absolute beast. This bad boy right here. This is our cheapskate build. And then we got the batter special over here. The baiter special. The long shot Lucy. And the Stormy GP2. Build the most expensive one. It depends on parts really what the most expensive is. Do you mean most expensive regular PC or water cooled? Because I have less stuff unlocked for water cooled. So if you want the most expensive based on parts, it's going to be a regular PC. Which I did already build around that Threadripper 16 core chip. Okay, we'll have to do DDR5 RAM on this one. So yeah, that's more expensive RAM. So we'll do this then. Which means we need an AM5 socket, which means the processor is probably going to be this. Nope. AM5. 8 core, CPU cooling. I have a cooler, so I don't need to buy one. What's the highest airflow one? I mean, fine, we'll buy the Kraken, I guess. It is the most expensive no matter what way I look at it. And has the highest airflow, so that'll be our cooler for this. Memory, DDR4. Oh, sorry, DDR5. Only 32 gigs, please. Oh, we don't have any 32 gig DDR5s. That's interesting. But yeah, these are $119 each. Graphics cards. I have one of these, so no need to buy another one. I have one of these, so no need to buy another one. Interesting that the most expensive is a non-modular 850 watt, but with this big of a build, I'm going to go with the 1000 watt. And now case. The most expensive case is this one, the 500 bucks one. Case fans. These are the most expensive 120mm fans. And they are RGB. I don't know how many I'll be able to get in there, but I need a load of them anyway, so. Alright, that's $4,000. It has to be a... No, I got the most expensive parts, like you asked. This is the most expensive case and the most expensive parts that I could build that would work with all together. So we got this motherboard. $1,000 motherboard going in here now. Don't tell me I bought 8 sticks of RAM and it only takes 4. Oh well. I bought 8 of these, but it only takes 4. See, I still need to level up some more. I think I need to take jobs to do the experience for that. Maybe I'm getting less experience because I'm not taking the jobs. Thermal paste. Plenty of it. A Kraken. Where would you like this? I mean, there's kind of the obvious choice. Yeah. Graphics card, $1,480 graphics card we're about to put in this thing. Is the 3080. Now, if this ain't a good graphics card, I don't know what the hell is. Really? The drive bay is on the back of this? That's interesting. No. So where's the... What the fuck? The graphics card is in the way, so I need to remove the graphics card so I can... Okay. There's another drive bay there? Interesting. Power supply, we already said this, putting in 1,000 watt and you take the shroud out. Why? Because we can. And put the shroud back in. I'm also going to remove this dust filter while I can, because that stops me from putting in fans. Alright, fan time. I just bought a ton of these, didn't I? I'm not even sure how much I put into this in parts already. There is a sum sheet over on the left there. I don't think it tells me the top. Oh, we're $5,000 in right now for parts. This is the second one of these cases I built today. That's right, I had this problem earlier as well. If I remove you, is there not a way that you can like link yourselves up then? Like if I connect you at the back here first. Yeah, I knew there was a way to get them all working. Just because I put these ones in the back last, it connected another one straight into the motherboard, so it was taking up one of the motherboard slots. But rewiring fixes that, so we're good. So anywhere else I can stick fans? No? Okay. Dust filter for the front. Dust filter on the top. I need to install the USB drive. Yes, I know, no operating system. Shut up. This learning Blender journey is awesome. Loving my donuts so far. Yo, Slay, you want to see some of the PCs we're at the building there, man? It's pretty funny, not gonna lie. We've built some shit boxes and a half. This is our most expensive build ever. Sure, I think it's only more expensive than the first build I made today because of the lights. These lights were more expensive, and it is the most expensive graphics card that we could get. But then we also made the cheapest one that we possibly could. I gave Zexar a $600 budget to build a PC, and then I gave Reapers a $2,000 budget to build a PC. Lighting. And Cinebench. Well, each level you need to do a most expensive. Exactly. Exactly, good sir. All right, we'll do the 3D mark. We get 102 frames a second. I got 120 frames on the PC I built earlier. I saw some of that build while I was making a copy. Yes, sir. I've completely unlocked liquid cooling now as well, so I can do a full liquid cool build. But I'm missing some of the parts that I need for liquid cooling. The liquid cooled PCs do sell for a lot more money though. What's Reaper's build? I'll show you while that's running. We got this beautiful bad boy over here. No, that's not it. It's this one here. The Bader Special. The only specifics he had for it was that I had to have good enough specs to run Jerkmate. So that's why it's called the Bader Special. We take a little look on the inside. So it's the Lian Li Lancool 1 digital white case. Of course, our signature sticker. We got an MSG Meg Z790 Ace as the motherboard. i5 13600K as the processor. We've got a 650 watt power supply. DDR5 32 gigabytes of RAM at 4800 megahertz. A Radeon RX 470 gaming graphics card. A 1 terabyte hard drive. Then we've got the liquid cooler for the CPU. And with what was left over, we got 2 RGB lights in here, which I don't think I ever programmed. But if we power the bastard on, there we go. It's a party. Woot woot. So yeah, that's the Bader Special. And we're selling it for $4,000. Let's go see how this PC done on its benchmark. 15,328. Let's go. How's it do on Port Royale? Can it run Port Royale, first of all? 51 frames a second on Port Royale is pretty goddamn good. Worth every penny, no low ballers, especially with the Bader Special. Definitely no low ballers. You be doing so much bait and let those balls be up anywhere but low. On today's edition of How Quickly Can I Get Cancelled from Twitch, and the green app, and the red app. Do an i9 build. You can make the i9 build, say. But not till tomorrow, because after this, the slots will be full. All right, let's do the Cinebench. Are we ready for this, everybody? Are we ready? The biggest case, dual GPU, 1000 watts or more, 256 gigabytes of RAM, liquid cooled. Static my ass. Where's preset 1? Yeah, rainbow that shit up. Let's have a ping pong in this one. This one's gonna be a disco case. Beautiful. Can I close the case, please? The back is still open. All right, time to make it look like a galaxy. Why does it look more blue after putting purple on it? There's so little that's paintable on this case. Let's add a little bit of black tints here and there to make it look a little bit darker at the very least. Whoops. This thing is currently a spaceship, so we'll give it a Galaxy design. I'm getting very creative with my case designs. Rocket RAM. 11,000. 69%. I like those odds. The NASA special. Nah, Rocket RAM. All right, we'll have to wait till the end of the day, and then I'll make the most expensive. I might be leveled up. You never know. We'll see. I need to pin this so I don't lose it. All right, what was this? Okay, so this is another water cooling tutorial that I have to do, even though I've already done water cooling for the GPU already. Now here's the problem, Slay. If you want it water cooled, then I'm gonna have to go with the most expensive that can be water cooled, basically. I can't just pick the best graphics card because it's not water coolable. Not until I unlock the GPU block for it. Stupid thermal paste. Yay, thermal paste. Perfect. Okay, that's a weird way to start your loop, but fair enough. Because now you're gonna have me go under to get to here. Oh, okay, that's fair. Actually, that makes more sense. Up to the reservoir. Yeah, fair, 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 fair. Whatever color coolant I like, you say. Let's go with red. Bit of blood red in this white machine. Just wait for the coolant to run all the way through the machine. Beautiful. Perfect. Now, where's this panel? side panel and install. Overclock. So now we're going to learn to overclock correctly. Because I have to accept this one. All right, let's see if any of the PCs from yesterday sold. They did. 3 of the 4 sold. Long shot Lucy, we got her. 145% profit. The batter special, gone. Bader special, out of here. And then the Stormy GP2, because it had 2 GPU cards in it. I put a Storm thing on as its theme. 94% profit. Let's go. We're up to 33 grand. Okay, let's go to the shop. So, custom water cooling. Now, here's the thing. We can just buy water-cooled GPUs. But they're not great. We can have 4 GPUs stacked together with this, though. Yo. All right, Slay, what are we doing here? Are we making our own, or are we buying a water-cooled GPU? If we have to make our own, and I filter it out for water coolable, you gonna go? No, where do you stop? Thanks for stopping by, brother. Nice build. We can have 4 of these, and these are water coolable. Caffeinate? I have no coffee. Oh, I do. Oh, that's cold. The fact that we can do 4 of these and there's 16 gigabyte VRAM and water coolable. AMD Radeon 7. All right, we're gonna buy 4 of these. So I need the one that's for AMD Radeon 7, which is this one. So I need 4 of these. All right. Let's go to motherboards. Water coolable, can be overclocked. I need to be careful to get one that has enough RAM slots to get up to the 256 that you're looking for, Sly. I think it's only ever going to have 4 RAM sticks if it's water coolable because of all the extra shit that needs to go onto it. So it really depends on what kind of chip we want to use. Let's go with the Asus TUF because it has the highest maximum RAM speed. Yeah. And that means we need to get the water cooling kit for the Asus TUF. Okay. Memory blocks, we've got plenty of these. RAM heat sinks, plenty of them. GPU blocks, we've already gotten them. We have a CPU block, so we're fine on that. We're gonna need a pump reservoir. We'll go with the one that has RGB lighting. Radiator. Biggest one we can get. Let's buy some rigid pipes as well, just because I'm curious what they look like. Okay, so we need a LGA 1700 chip. These have 14 cores. And it can be boosted to 5100 megahertz. 181 watts. Okay. Memory. Water coolable. $32 gig. DDR4. RGB lighting. Highest frequency that they have, which is these. Let's go and get 4 of these. What's the fastest one you have? It's not an SSD though, is it? $512 gig. Transfer speeds 3,200. 2 seconds there, guys. Oh, sorry about that. Hopefully I can install 2 of them. If I can't, whatever. Just in case, though, let's get an SSD to install with it as well. Whatever the fastest SSD we can find is. Hmm. I'm sure it's fine. Power supply, 1000 watt. They're all ATX, so it doesn't matter. Case fans. Highest airflow only. They're 140mm ones. And neither of them have RGB. 200mm fans. Yeah, I've got plenty of other smaller ones if these don't fit. You wanted the biggest case, you said, good sir. You know what? We still haven't built a freeform PC yet. We'll go with this, because I'm not even sure where I would begin with building something like that. And I believe that should be everything for the water cooling as well. Alright, beastie time. This is definitely the biggest case that they had, based on all measurements. We need to do 4 graphics cards. What's going on, MB? You're just in time for the monstrous build that we're about to put together. We're building 4 of these things. I agree, this should be the Apollo 11. Who said this should be the Apollo 11? I mean, it's just 4 water-cooled graphics cards, you know? Nothing that incredible. Oh, no, no, why did I click that? Ah. Yeah, thermal paste it up. Alright, that's 2. Wait for them to screw it all back down. Number 3. Slay, could you exclamation skip, please? The music froze. Just keep doing exclamation skip till the songs start playing again, because there might be a couple of blocked ones. Bad playlist today, guys, sorry. Oh, MB, only mods can do it. That's why I asked Slay. Really? There we go. Of course you're important here, MB. But only mods can skip music. That way people can't skip other people's song requests. Just because they don't like the song or whatever, you know? Fresh pads. Clean off this thermal paste. Blip, 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 blip. All right, last one. And then we just got to water kill the motherboard and the GPU. The CPU. That was really weird. Wouldn't let me pick it up there for a minute. Don't know why. CPU and VRAM. I'm sorry. Am I just being blind here? Where's the RAM slots on this motherboard? Oh, there they are. Yeah, we've only got 4. Four sticks, please. Beautiful. All right. So now these go back into here, like so. We attach a heatsink. Well, 4 heatsinks, I should say. And then the water block goes right on the top. And just like that, we're good. That should be everything. This was apparently the biggest case. I'm not seeing how. I can't fit 4 graphics cards in this thing. There's not enough room for the 4 graphics cards in this thing without them touching the ground. We need a different case. This build not going to work with this case. We'll leave the case here for a different build. Size. A super tower. Now that's a case. I'm still not sure I can fit 4 graphics cards in here. Unless I'm side mounting one of them. But I guess we'll find out. Why won't you let me put my RAM in? Thank you. Okay, for our radiator, I need to take out this. Remove that. I'm gonna put some big ass fans in the front, don't you worry. You could put our radiator here. So the pump reservoir is gonna sit right here. We need to remove that. And then I need the graphics cards. And hopefully all four of these fit in. Why won't you let me put you in the top slot? Like, what if I come around the back side here? Now will you let me? No, okay. We might have to settle for 3 of these. I better install the drives, actually. Alright, did I not buy a drive for this thing? Okay, we might only be able to go with 2 graphics cards here, guys. Yeah, it looks like the dual graphics card is all it'll allow me. Can we get a third one in here? No. No, because the block on the front is blocking it. Oh, the cables could be what's blocking me from putting in our CPU, actually. In our GPU, I should say. You think, MB? You think? What gave it away? Motherboard, memory, graphics is done because I can't put any more in. I need to buy a storage device. And I should have some bigger fans, I believe. No, just 120s. It's only showing me the ones that'll fit this PC. That's what it's doing. Yeah, the Heatway RGBs will do for this build. I am gonna switch over to something different. soon, to be honest, because I don't want to get burnt out in the game either. And we're running out of things to build today. Until we level up tomorrow and unlock more parts. And then we'll make another massive build, and chat can make a couple of builds. And yeah, it's a game we can play daily, because there's always new shit being unlocked in it. Like, I'm only level 11. The top level in this game is 30. Interesting. I think I'm out of the RGB lights that I was using. Shit. Okay, well, I still have 2 of these ones. So what if I take you and put you in there? Let's remove you. So it'll be 2 slightly different fans at the back, but there's nothing I can really do about that. So yeah, this one's gonna go at the front with the other ones that are the same as it. And then we'll stick the other MSI Max F112A thing in here. We gotta undo cables here for a second. You need to be plugged directly into the motherboard. You need to be plugged directly into the motherboard. The rest of you should be able to clip to each other. There we go. Okay, fans are done. Motherboard, GPU, 2 graphics cards, got the power supply unit. All I need to do now is put coolant in and do piping, right? Okay, let's have this pipe go to here. This pipe go up into the radiator. From the radiator back down into my CPU. From a CPU into the first graphics card. From the first graphics card into the second graphics card. From the second graphics card back out to the pump. I still need to buy storage for this, don't I? Yeah, I do. I still need to buy storage. This is the last evening? How come, MB? Where are you going? Screw it, we'll give him 2 8 GB hard drives, because why not? Was that next same day delivery? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm ending the day. Oh, you did tell me that you were going on vacation. Have fun. Enjoy. For 3 weeks, goddamn. Hotel Wi-Fi at night. Maybe some supermarket together. Later. It's already 20 past 7 for me, MB, and there's a new game I downloaded that I want to play. I also want to play some more Spider-Man. I haven't played that in a while. Close that up. I'm not sure I like approve of where those cables were hooked. Whatever. We need to install the fluid first of all, the coolant. Oh, can I do clear rigid pipes instead, actually? Is that all the pipes? No. I forgot about the rigid pipes. Let's do the rigid ones instead. Oh. I can bend the pipe any way I like. It's actually amazing. I just want to get a little bit crazy with the pipe design now, just cause I can. Like if I bend you here to keep you away from the radiator, can I do this then? Oh, I can't cross the streams. So what about this then? What about all this? Hey, just for the flip of it, let's have a look. Yeah, look at that beautiful, beautiful tubing system. Yeah, I'd like to use these fittings, please. Let's go with green. It's such an awkward path. All right, liquid cooling complete. I'm surprised arrows in action were in there. Zexar, you can select music, dude. This is not your first rodeo. All right, let's see how this one does. It's got two graphics cards. Theoretically, it should run a lot smoother. .3D Mark, lighting. And Cinebench. All right, we got the Cinebench run first this time. Not bad, pretty fast. Scores 8412, perfect. 3D. Port Royale. No frames. What? How is this water cooled with two graphics cards and we get no frames on that? 120 frames roughly on this. I reckon it's the GPU that's holding it back. All right, MB, try stay asleep. Try go sleep during that. Dang, the bloom effects. 16,000. Nice. $64 is fine. But my eyesight is going bad. Green and yellow. I want to see this while it's open. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's sick looking with the green. Look at the fluid going. That's amazing. He actually has flow programmed into the fluid. In the form of crunching numbers. Damn front panel. No, I think that'll do. Let's add a little darkness to it, though. Little light touches of black here and there to really make it pop on the color. You like that? Yeah, I've been doing a lot of custom design today, Slay. A lot of custom design, not gonna lie. You're still not selling. I want 11,000 for you. You're not getting a lower price. I don't care. You can't sell a half-finished piece. What do you mean a half-finished PC? What did I forget to put back in now? The PCU shroud. And the dust filters. Oh, it needs the sticker, you're right. It does indeed. Yeah, it did. It sold and all. That's gone. This is our double graphics card setup. Double cooled graphics card. I reckon we could have done 4 graphics cards if they weren't cooled, because it looks like they need a bit of space above and below each other before they can install them. All right, sticker. And with this case in particular, I do a double sticker. Because that's a glass panel door as well, so. Boom. Nice. With the green and yellow design, I kind of want to call it lemon and lime. Because it's anything but a lemon. That's why it's lemon and lime. We're not going to get 20k for it. It won't even let me put it up for 20k, I won't say. Yeah, it won't let me put it for 20k. $15,000. $16,000. 15,500. Of $24,500 worth of PC sitting here right now. We have to overclock the GPU on this thing from. Because the tutorial, my powers don't work. Increase core voltage. The first thing to do is to increase GPU's core voltage so it has more power to run faster. Generally speaking, GPUs are protected by software, so you can set it to the maximum voltage without fear of breaking the card. Huh? Yeah, go ahead. You can also boost the memory clock when overclocking, although it isn't necessary for this job, okay? The memory clock controls how quickly the GPU can feed the graphics processor with information, so the balance between a fast core clock and a fast memory clock is key to getting the most out of your GPU while maintaining stability. That was words I totally understood. If a GPU is overclocked too far, then the PC will blue screen crash then when stress tested. If you make it through the stress test without the CPU with PC crashing, you're good to go. You're unlikely to break a GPU using software overclocking, so experiment. If PC crashes, try running at a lower speed or add more cooling to the PC. Okay, so we can overclock the CPUs and all that correctly.
How are you?
Hmm?
How are you?
Not too bad. This one can't be... Huh? Another customization that I can't skip? That was an entire build order. I probably should have taken that one. Hey, we got some new parts. NZXT. So it's interesting that we're after unlocking NZXT because I was only watching a video from Jay's 2 cents earlier where he was actually calling out the CEO of NZXT for a program they're running. I can't remember what they call it now, but it's basically a rent a PC program. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Like, because the biggest thing about it is there's no option for if you want to keep the current setup you have to buy it. They just rent it to you, and after 2 years they'll give you an upgrade or whatever. But with the price you're paying every month for this rental agreement, after 2 years you paid over $6,000 to this company for a PC you still don't own. Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense to me. All right, guys, I need coffee, so I'm gonna take a quick break. Oh yeah, that's cold as shit. All right, let's get the B right back up. And when I come back, we might switch over to either Spider-Man or else Ghost of Tsushima. Won't be long. All right, we're back. All right, let's see if any of the PCs from yesterday sold. No. So what have we actually got left in the shop right now? We got two very nice PCs, but they're also on the expensive side. Also, I just realized I never slapped a sticker on this one. That is unacceptable. Every single PC from this place, from Mr. CP Boo, must come with our branded poison mushroom sticker with all those beautiful skulls on them. I mean, they just look so good side by side. Same case, same sticker, completely different builds though. This is water cooled, and this is all fans. No water cooling going on in this bad boy at all. And then we do have this case to build in as well. Do I have any spare parts just sitting around? I mean, technically I do. I've got a case. I think this graphics card will fit it. Not without a motherboard to go on first, though. That's going to be our first job tomorrow. We'll get pieces that are going to fit into this. Because I think that's a good case to build in. I like this little glass front. You can see everything's going to be going on in there. It's unfortunate it's not a bit bigger. I would have liked to put maybe a water cool system in here. And I'm pretty sure our power supply is going up the top. Yeah, the power supply is going up the top for this one. So that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the game because every build is different. It's giving me different challenges, and every time I go through it, because of how realistic it is, it's just giving me good experience for when I finally go to build my own PC. Now I know what I need to check when I'm buying my parts. I need to make sure my motherboard and my CPU have the same socket. I need to make sure that my power supply can power the combined total of all of my pieces together. You know, that sort. Yeah, my graphics card, what kind of like megahertz it can take, what kind of RAM can go into the motherboard, so I'm not buying the wrong kind of RAM. These are all good life lessons for when I actually get around to building the real thing. But for now, we'll put this case away into storage. And let's call it there on this game for today. We're 4 hours into the stream, so I think that's enough of CP PC building. I do want to see something though. Should we end PC building right there? Or should we go into free build and build the best PC that you can possibly build in the game? I have someone in my Discord voice chat. I haven't even opened my Discord today. Oh, it's just that MB weirdo. I don't need to talk to him. What's going on, brother?
Hello. Just wanted to talk the last time.
Yeah, no worries, man. I want to go into free build for a second. I want to see what the most expensive piece that I can buy is.
That will be fun. Yeah, I went to dinner Few, I think an hour ago.
Oh,
Or
nice.
maybe, yeah. It was very yummy.
Okay, case. Size. We're going for a super tower again, people. Super towers.
Just the most expensive one.
There's just so much room to work with in these cases. I love them.
I think the left one is bigger.
So here's the only thing that's annoying to me. I can't actually do water cooled pieces in free builds, which is annoying as hell, unless I buy them pre-water cooled.
Mm.
So like to make a water cooled motherboard, you're supposed to combine the motherboard with the water cooling piece.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, is this the? Oh, there's the piece that I made the other day. Okay, never mind. Never mind. We're back on track, people. We're back on track. So you do make it, it does get installed. Okay. In that case, I need to set up water cooling for. I'll do it another time. I'll do it tomorrow. We'll come in. We'll come back into free build another time.
Spider-Man.
Right now, I'm gonna make a smoke, have a quick smoke break, and then we're gonna switch over to Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Because I had a lot of fun playing Spider-Man, and then Slade asked me to download this, and I downloaded this, and now I've been obsessed with building PCs in this game ever since. It's so good, though. It's so accurate to IRL. I want to build a real one.
We just love it. We just love it.
I should start a fund here on Twitch towards parts. The community can help me build a PC before the one I currently have dies. It'll be a race. It'll be a game. It'll be fun.
A race to the best PC.
No, a race to see if we can get me a better PC before this one blows up. We got a couple of years to do it. Like, I'm not saying that we need to like have this done by the end of the month or whatever, you know, but maybe I should start a fund, like put a goal up on the stream or something. Like, let's get $3,000 so I can build a PC, you know?
You just put like a bar on the bottom or something for like a new PC or something, or the controller.
I'd probably just do it by part, actually, to be honest. Like, so if I selected my motherboard, I'd put it up as like, oh yeah, help me buy this motherboard, and then the price on the motherboard.
Mm.
There's a streamer I was watching yesterday, a Rocket League streamer. There's something he does on his stream which I found very interesting. If I had the money to do it, I'd do the same thing. So what he does is, if he needs something for the stream, he goes and buys it himself out of his own money. But then he puts a reimbursement goal, so that at some point throughout his stream, he gets reimbursed for what he bought for his stream. Like it's a really weird way of doing it, but I get it, you know. So it's like, it kind of takes the pressure off. It's like, yeah, no, chat. It's not that I need this. I already have it. It's just if you wanted to help me pay for it, even though it's already paid for, etc., etc. It was an interesting way of doing things. I don't think I'll be following in his footsteps. That's for sure.
Mm.
It's like, honestly, I think it's a little bit cheeky to buy something yourself and then ask your chat to pay for it.
Man, that's
That's kind of backwards. Like, I mean, like in my position, I probably wouldn't have the money to be buying computer parts, so then I'd put a goal up to help raise funds for the computer parts.
yeah. Mm.
But that's definitely a different kettle of fish than having the money to go buy something myself and then asking my chat to pay for it.
Yeah. I'm just playing a little bit of Brawl.
Nice. So let's see. I think I'll end the YouTube stream.